They didn't score on every single drive. They did had their hardships on certain drives here and there, but they managed to score when it counted. I mean, they did score, put up 3 touchdowns within the first half. I mean, it was good to see Eckler out there. I think he was averaging around 7 yards per carry, which is pretty impressive. I mean, 100 yards rushing in total. Plus, he was involved with the passing game. And Eckler was. I think they did a really great job using Eckler and Roundtree because they would use Roundtree more of the power back to get that 1 or 2 yards in or try to get that first down in, and then switching him out with both Justin Jackson and Eckler. So, and yeah, besides that, the weapons did pretty well. I mean, the tight ends for me looked like they were definitely showing up in the first half for sure. Parham got a touchdown in the first half in the opening drive, and then you had Cook getting a touchdown as well.
Yeah, it was kind of a payback almost because Donald Parham got a touchdown called away, or it wasn't a touchdown. He was bobbling it last year during the first time they faced the Raiders. Herbert did a comeback and then threw what could have been a touchdown pass to Donald Parham, but they ruled it incomplete, and that was the end of the game. So it was nice to see him get a touchdown this time around.
That was definitely, that should have been a touchdown. Unfortunately, there was movement that they called with Mike Williams stepping back as an illegal shift, which for me was like, man, it's kind of hard to know that was a call, but it was hard to kind of know that touchdown had to come back due to that illegal shift. But yeah, he was able to get a touchdown. Jared Cook looks pretty good. I'm glad definitely the Chargers are open to utilizing its weapons this week as well too. So the tight ends did well. I think Kick had 6 receptions. Keenan Allen had 7. Keenan Allen's always active. The only one that wasn't as active as usually as it has been the last couple of weeks was Mike Williams with only 1 reception.
I mean, I think it goes to show our versatility. Our tight ends were able to step up, and Austin Eckler caught a touchdown. Austin was all over the field, and I'm pretty sure that's why Staley gave him the game ball. He deserved it.
Yeah, Eckler was huge, definitely huge in this game. 2 total touchdowns. The last 2 touchdowns of the Chargers, when they scored. One at the very end to seal the game, and then also early before the first half ended. But I think we do have to talk about the third quarter, which was actually the most miserable quarter to watch. That was a very vulnerable moment. I mean, for me, I was kind of afraid of this. I was hoping that they would definitely keep it going and show pressure on Carr, continue to put the pressure. I think what they did was they definitely leaned more towards Carr and his leadership and making decisions on that offense. So they just put on Carr's hand. They scored the first drive. The Chargers could not, they were getting pressured. I think they had the right control scheme. You have Gus Edwards, a previous defensive coordinator against our Charger team. So they were definitely putting pressure. I saw some openings on that line, and it was definitely difficult that Herbert was getting pressured during the third quarter. That it was even hard. Like I just remember it was either like a sack, it was an incompletion, or it was just a batted down ball, which was like, dang, that could have definitely been a first down conversion too. I mean, I'm just really glad we have Herbert that's very cool, calm, collected. He's able to kind of just like, okay, this happened. I'm ready to pick myself back up. But the third quarter was just hard to watch because it went exactly what the Raiders needed to do, which is score a touchdown, stop the Chargers, get another touchdown, and just be within 1 score of coming back. And that was definitely difficult to watch during the third quarter because it was all Raiders during that third quarter.
Yeah, it was almost a given that Darren Waller was going to get a touchdown. I mean, the dude's a freak, so he just caught that touchdown over Nasir Adderley. And, how can you defend that? I mean, Derwin wasn't on him, but when Derwin finally got on him, that was during the fourth quarter when he got that interception. And then Renfro, he has this unique route that he's kind of created, and he did it on Asante Samuel, I believe.
Yeah.
And he got that touchdown. So momentum was on, like pretty much on their side, but I love that this team wasn't really tripping. They, like you said, Justin Herbert is calm, collected. In that pocket, he just looks like a veteran almost.
Yeah. I mean, he got a few sacks in, but he didn't fumble the ball. He didn't get frustrated. I mean, I love Rivers, but that's what I would actually see when Rivers would play. He would
Ooh,
definitely be very animated with that whole.
you went there.
I did go there. I mean, that was the past. I mean, I still love Rivers, as I said before, but that just having that mindset to get back in the game and get refocused is very important. I mean, this is a new Charger era, and I'm really liking this new Charger era, especially with Herbert
Same.
leading the way. But yeah, just looking at that, I mean, as a big football fan myself, I was actually cool to actually see someone like Renfro do actually, not only get a touchdown, but he actually even saved the 4th down conversion that the Chargers are about to do.
Yeah, that was crazy.
It was nuts because it looks like he has an automatic 1st down right there, but Renfro was actually active, not knowing that it wasn't an actual punt. He was able to kind of get back and make sure that wasn't a 4th down conversion. I think it was like 4th and 10. It was actually a long distance 4th down, and he was able to stop it. So, for me, even as a Charger fan, but as a football fan, it was great. I give the respect to Hunter Renfro. He played well during this game.
Yeah, he did.
But for the Chargers in general, yeah, it was good to kind of see the constant refocus, able to kind of pick back up and not necessarily feel, in the moment of frustration when the 3rd quarter happened. They're able to kind of regroup. Okay, let's put it in our games. Let's stop them. Let's stop, have a field goal not happen. I think they missed a field goal where the Raiders could have been a little bit closer. They stopped that, but they were able to kind of move the ball in and just basically just have Eckler score that closing touchdown, just to end the game. I think it was over since then. I think it was only like 3 minutes left on the clock, so it was basically challenging to actually come back from that.
Yep.
So that 4th
That was
quarter
really
was
awesome
great,
to see.
for sure.
It ended beautifully.
I would say so.
We got that running touchdown by Eckler, and they were running a lot on that drive with Roundtree and Eckler.
Yeah, they were.
And then to finish it off with an Eckler touchdown, just pretty much showed you how the night went. Eckler was the MVP almost of the game. Or actually was the MVP of the game.
100%. I mean, I'm really loving this offensive line right now. This is one of the I'm sorry, this has been one of the best offensive line I've seen for the Chargers in a while. Just being able to make the moves that Tom Telesco did to actually protect Herbert. I mean, we did give up a few sacks, but I think it was due to miscommunication. But it was good to kind of see him, because like there was openings. They were doing blitz packages that Gus Edwards was trying to work, and it did work on us here and there, but we were able to kind of regroup and work our way out of it. So yeah, it was great to kind of see how the Chargers were able to kind of work their offense, utilize everybody. This is sort of for not only just the wide receivers, but the tight ends, the running backs. I personally am, it's great to see Herbert, our quarterback, being protected. So
yeah, definitely. Slater, I never usually see a problem on his side of the line. It's more on Storm Norton's, the backup right tackle.
Yeah.
For Brian Bulaga. I think he gave up the most pressure in this game. So hopefully they can provide some help with a tight end or something on that side or running back.
For sure.